Rolling, 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 rolling. Action!
So over the past week, I was actually looking at the data that would tell me where everyone was moving from and to in 2023, and I stumbled across an article that Forbes put out naming Tampa as the #1 best place to live in Florida. I continued down that rabbit hole and later came across an article by Time ranking Tampa as one of the greatest places in the world in 2023. Not the state, not the country, but in the world, and so it's my duty to share with you an update about what's going on here in 2023. Let's dive into why Tampa's location is prime, the housing, the lifestyle here, and why people are wanting to move to Tampa in 2023. So stay tuned. Before I get started, for those of you that are new to me or new to my channel, I'm Adam Morjan and I make videos all about what it's like living in Tampa, Florida. So you get a real good feel for what it's like living here. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new content. And if after watching this video, you leave wanting more information about where you should live in Tampa, community suggestions, or you're like, hey, I want this Adam guy to be my realtor. Well, I am a licensed realtor. So see that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, however you want to get a hold of us. I would be happy to help you and your family find your next home. I've always said that Tampa has a great location in Florida. It's on the West Coast, smack in the middle of the state with water views of Tampa Bay. It has amazing fishing and boating, and we have some of the best beaches in the country right in our backyard. You'll find that most of Tampa, it's very residential, with some very old areas in the city like the historic districts of Hyde Park in South Tampa, Seminole Heights, and Ybor City. As the population grew over time, the city expanded outwards, finding new undeveloped land to build. Current day, a plethora of new construction communities are sprinkled throughout our suburbs to the north and the southeast of the city. And getting around the city, it's pretty easy for a mid-sized metro, but getting out of the city is even easier. I-75 runs north and south through Tampa, taking you north all the way to Michigan, making road trips a breeze. Orlando's only an hour and a half east of us if you want to visit Disney. And how about Tampa having the J.D. Power Award for the best large airport in North America with direct routes around the country and international? And if that wasn't enough, Tampa has one of the most active ports in Florida, and jumping on a cruise couldn't be easier. So I'll see you in Mexico. Now enough of that noise of getting out of Tampa, because you may not want to leave once you've experienced the Tampa lifestyle. People move here for a variety of reasons, but the endless things to do means you will always be looking forward to your weekends. Outside of those summer months, our weather is mild year-round, meaning all year things are open and calling you to get out of the house. Professional sports teams to root for, live concerts, festivals, parades, boating, beaches, fishing, tons of restaurants for you foodies, shopping, art, museums, film festivals. We even have a Renaissance festival. We practically make up reasons to celebrate things. Don't believe me? We have the Strawberry Festival, the Margarita Festival, the Gasparilla Festival, where you dress up as a pirate, the Sunset Music Festivals. Heck, we even celebrate building sandcastles. No matter what you're into, Tampa most likely has you covered. And talk about having you covered. Here's for you foodies. I couldn't do a video like this without mentioning our thriving food scene. With all the culture in the area, it goes without saying that our food scene, it's on point. But in 2023, Tampa finally got the recognition it deserves. Every foodie out there is familiar with how important it is to get a Michelin star, and after a few years in review, Tampa was awarded with 3 Michelin star restaurants and 24 total restaurants being added to the recommended list on the Michelin Guide. So eat your heart out. So what would cause somebody to want to move to Tampa? Well, I think in the past, no question, affordability was a big part of it, but as inflation has taken hold of the country and Tampa has become more popular than the prom queen, I wouldn't necessarily consider it affordable anymore. But let's not stop there. It's important to compare apples to apples. With the average home price in summer of 2023 reaching just over $400,000, it's on par with similar mid-sized metros around the country. Real estate has been on a roller coaster ride the last few years, and we're finally seeing some stability in 2023. The hyper-local market is still on fire in Tampa, and we're still seeing a seller's market. But it's not 2021. Think more like 2019. We still have low inventory and demand for housing is constant. This will keep prices from falling for the foreseeable future. So the next question to answer is, where should you look for a home? If you like the charm of older homes and want location, check out the city, but be ready to pay for it because the city is considered prime real estate, and just because it's an older home doesn't make it a more affordable home. On the contrary, if you don't mind living on the outskirts of our city, say around 30 to 35 minutes away, our suburbs have tons of new construction going up, and these new communities are absolutely amazing. Developers are putting together some pretty amazing ideas too, not just your typical subdivision. So for example, the developer Metro Places came on the scene a few years ago back and just built the nation's first 7.5-acre man-made crystal lagoon, essentially creating a paradise right at your fingertips. Good luck finding a community pool to beat this one too. Now fast forward and they are working on the 4th lagoon pool in the Tampa Bay area with more similar concepts to come. If the suburbs sound like your cup of tea, there are a wide variety of areas to choose from. In each area, it has its pros and cons to it. I always suggest doing your research on each area, figuring out what's nearby. Look at the school zone if that's important to you, and if there's plenty of shopping or entertainment in the area, or if you prefer a quieter setting, then maybe an area with a little bit less congestion, with a little extra space to breathe. The suburbs will have well-established communities, but most people home shopping in the suburbs, they like to look at new construction homes, and there's everything from affordable homes starting around the low 300,000s all the way up to $1 million semi-custom homes. Now let's talk about the job market in Tampa. For years, the largest employers in Tampa has been Publix, MacDill Air Force Base, healthcare organizations like Baycare Health Systems, and educational institutions such as the University of South Florida. The tourism and hospitality industries are also significant employers, but after coming across 2 articles where Wallet Hub ranked Tampa as the 4th best city in the US to start a business and the 5th best city to start a career, I started getting curious as to what else was out there. Then I came across multiple publications explaining how the tech sector in Tampa is absolutely exploding with no signs of slowing down, and how the city has been working hard to create a favorable environment where entrepreneurs and small businesses can thrive. These efforts have resulted in Tampa Bay being ranked as the #2 city for small business employment and the #1 city for women-owned businesses, as well as emerging as a leader in the new industries such as cybersecurity, which is reflected in its ranking as the #1 emerging tech hub by Forbes. So over the past few months, I went around asking people what they loved about living in Tampa, and we consistently heard over and over that living here was just sort of chill. Tampa has a really nice, relaxed vibe to it, and everybody was so friendly. And most people, they actually gushed about how much there was to do here, and that getting outdoors and staying active is so easy because the weather's always great and there's always something going on. When we asked those with kids, each and every one of them said that Tampa was so family friendly and how often they went out as a family. And that's one of the reasons that they chose Tampa as a city they wanted to set roots in. Tampa's a great city to call home, and it's an even better place to raise a family. I know because I was born and raised here, and I'm experiencing it all over again with my kids now. If you're thinking about moving to the Tampa Bay area, please reach out to my team as we can give you suggestions and we can guide you through the process of relocating here. We are licensed realtors, so see that number on the screen, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email because my team and I would love to help you and your family find your next home. Until that next video, I'll catch you later.